everybody, welcome to class. Thank you all for being here. I am here behind the scenes, and the reason I turned my camera on is because I was trying to respond to all these different comments here in the premiere, and I couldn't just do it. I was just trying to keep up, but there's just too many people commenting. So I decided to turn on my camera and just talk to you guys live. So first of all, this video that's going up is called I Agree with Call Me Chris. And I'm wearing my shirt that says Happy Vegan Declaration Day, where I'm so proud of so many of you who have become vegan. Now today we are looking at the video beginning in 7 minutes, and right now there's 91 people waiting. It is November 14th, 2021. Thank you, by the way, for 141,000 subscribers, and don't forget to please watch these important documentaries called don'twatch.org and watchdominion.com. Now let's go over here and have a look at the comments and see if I can help to educate you all or just to respond and just see what you guys are all saying. So let's begin right now by looking at the people in blue. This is a comment from Mark, who is vegan, and he lives in Saskatchewan, Ontario. He's one of our oldest commentators here, one of our oldest teaching assistants. He's 72 years old. Now he says here, support Rose's law. Animals deserve a Bill of Rights and to be left alone with their families and to not be abducted by humans. Animals have a right to roam, to roam and to be free from slavery or forced breeding. Thank you so much, Mark, for this amazing comment. You are absolutely right. That is exactly why we are here, to try to raise awareness that animals need a Bill of Rights. They need to be represented in courts of law. They need to have a right to defend themselves against being murdered, against being forcefully impregnated. Their babies are stolen from them in the dairy industry. We all know that. So this is just a great comment overall. Now, who else do we have here? There's somebody, okay, it's just going, see, this is what I mean. It goes so fast. Let me see who this is. Vegan Niklaus, who is 16 years old and from New York, is writing here. Now, this person is not a teaching assistant yet. They're not in blue. But they say speciesism is the idea that being human is good enough reason for human animals to have greater moral rights than non-human animals. Okay, so thank you for raising the idea of speciesism, and speciesism is really just, it's wrong. It is wrong to be mean and cruel to other animals just because they might look different than us, because they have wings or beaks or feathers or fur. This is no reason for us to pick on them. It is no different than being mean to somebody who has less intelligence. Let's say somebody who has Alzheimer's disease, or somebody who has the mental capacity of a child. We don't, in this society, in a civilized society, treat them differently, treat them meanly. We don't, decide that these people get to live and these people don't. We try as hard as we can to be kind to everybody and to protect them. So our job here in the world is to protect animals as if they are children, and they are in need of our protection. So that's why we're here. Vegan, okay, so Mariah says, I can't put what city I live in as long as I don't want to dox myself. Okay, so Mariah here is saying that she doesn't want to write the name of her city here. And I'm encouraging people to write the city, because there are, of course, many Mariahs in all of the USA, and you can write the state if you want to. And if you want to be an animal defender, that's what we're asking, because we want you to know which time zone everyone's in. So if you don't want to write your city, you can at least write the state that you're in, just to give us an idea if you're on the East Coast or the West Coast. And this helps me to organize everybody in my filing systems to know who I can depend on, depending on when I drop a video. If I drop it at midnight Montreal time, then I, for example, know that in Australia, everybody is like 12 hours different. Well, it depends on where in Australia. But anyway, that is the reason for that. So thank you, for example, for Joanne here who's saying Seattle. She lives in Seattle, and this is great. And of course, there's many Joannes who live in Seattle. So no, this is not doxing yourself. Never give out your family name. Never give out your phone number or your street number, obviously. But this is still internet safe to be vague enough that way. Okay, you can be proud to be vegan. Okay, yeah, these are some people talking to each other. So hello, guys. Hi, Mick. Why can't vegans ride horses? Well, because we don't believe in exploiting animals. Animals are not here for us to breed into existence and then to so-called tame. Now, and horses don't want to be tamed. The reason that they are forced to be treated like objects is because people just want to exploit them. That's not right. What we should be doing is not breeding them to existence to begin with, and not trying to train them to go in circles or for us to go on top of them. I mean, just think about it in terms of yourself. Would you want to be treated like an object and somebody ride on your back all the time. That's the only way you would get out of the prison of your gates. You're in some sort of a pen, you are locked up, and then some human comes along and says to you, okay, now it's time for me to jump on your back, and I'm gonna open the gates and I'm gonna let you run. As long as I'm on your back, you can run so-called, quote unquote, freely. I mean, it's just wrong. We know it's wrong. So don't treat animals that way. Leave animals alone. Leave them in the wild. Let them do their thing when we do our thing. Just protect them from any kind of human harm as much as possible. All right. Vegan Nicholas says speciesism is the idea that being, okay, we saw that already. My friends are all vegan thanks to you. Wow, thank you so much for saying that, Yako. I really do appreciate that. I'm super happy that everyone's becoming vegan. This is great, great news. Wonderful. Vegan Joy, can I talk to you, please? Okay, so Kyra wants to talk. It's a personal discussion between them. You are honestly obsessed with her at this point. I am right now targeting anyone who has a lot of followers. I'm trying to get the attention of people on YouTube who have a lot of followers because I want to draw the attention to the animals. And my main goal here is to get people to watch these important documentaries right here. WatchDominion.com. and don'twatch.org. These are just a few of the videos that I want people to watch because I want people to stop treating animals badly. Look at these cute little piglets here. Would you be able yourself to stab them in the neck and say, you know, you are less worthy than me. I want to eat you, and so therefore I have a right to do whatever I want with your body? No, that's wrong. A pig is not bacon. A pig is not ham or a sausage. They have a right to live, and we should not be being mean to animals, right? We're trying to get this message across here. Stop paying people to imprison, enslave, rape, torture, kidnap, murder innocent animals who didn't want to die. Animals don't want to die. How hard is this for you all to understand? So we need to stop paying for murder. Just don't pay for it. Buy other things. And we need to also stop lying to kids about what's going on in the industry. They need to have this important information. And what happens is the meat, dairy, and egg industries are so powerful that people are so crazy. They actually believe, some people believe, that chocolate milk comes from a brown cow. This is what they teach kids in schools. It is absolutely nuts. So we need to teach the truth. I'm going to tell you something else. Being vegan is like trying to rescue drowning animals, desperately pulling them out of the water one by one and having your family, friends, and everyone around you, like Call Me Chris and Sniper Wolf and Mr. Beast and all of these people around you, throwing them back in. Please help us save the animals. This is my main message. This is why I am on social media. And also to remind you to adopt animals, don't shop for them. And this here, we have no right to hurt innocent animals just for our taste pleasure. Think about it. You can eat anything else. You absolutely can. So why would you hurt animals? Now, if we don't learn from history, we're doomed to repeat it. Now, what happened in World War II? The Jews were put into concentration camps, just like we treat animals today. It is wrong to do that to sentient beings. We must not put these poor innocent pigs in gas chambers. That's what they did to the Nazis did to the Jews, and it was wrong. So let's go and have a look at what's going on here. We have the countdown beginning, so thank you everybody for being here. Thank you for everybody who is spamming these wonderful vegan foods. This is amazing. It's great. Really do appreciate you guys being here. And this is a time where I encourage you all to subscribe. If you haven't subscribed yet, please do so. Subscribe, press the notification bell, and help me get these animals out of hell. Thank you, everybody, for being here. If you don't know where the subscribe button is, just look below the video. You will find it there, and right beside it is the notification bell. That way, every time there's a new video going up, you'll be able to comment in here. If you want to reach me, it's the best way to do so. I'm usually here at the beginning. Hi, Kira. She's saying hi to Miss Katie. That's great. Somebody says, I can't wait. Thank you all for these beautiful foods. Try to remember to eat as many healthy vegan foods as you can every day. We're aiming for 30 different foods, whole foods as much as possible. Don't add oil to things. And thank you for 227 people who are watching here. Thank you again for 141,000 subscribers. Please help me by joining us here, this vegan family that we're creating here to help us save animals from so much suffering. Now we're gonna have a look at the beginning of this a little bit, and then I'll get back to you guys in a second. Let's just watch the beginning of this. I agree with Call Me Chris. Yeah, I actually agree with her this time. Now let's look at this clip together. This is where Chris is analyzing what's going on here. There's a crazy woman who is chasing some poor skateboarder around. But before I begin all that, I just want to say Happy Vegan Declaration Day to all of you who have decided to be vegan today. This is such great news. I want to thank everybody who writes me every single day. People who say to me, you know, I didn't really used to like you. I was kind of mean to you, but then I realized you were right. Because you guys watched the important documentary, Where's My Sign? I want you guys to watch these documentaries. One of them is called don'twatch.org. This one's only 6 minutes long because you got to know what's happening to the animals. And the other one is called watchdominion.com. All right, so watch those important videos so you understand what's going on. This one's a full-length video, and in order for you to understand why I'm here, you really got to watch it, because everyone who watches this comes back and says, okay, now I get it. I'm really sorry, Miss Katie. All right, so anyway, let's have a look here what's going on with Chris in this video. What is she saying? And I'll tell you how I agree with her. Are you ready? All right, watch in the background there. You see there's a crazy lady. Watch. Okay, did you guys see that? I don't know if you saw, but see, there was a guy, and he was on his skateboard, and she is trying to chase him to get him to stop skateboarding. This is just insane.
We got a runner.
Look at that.
We got a running Karen.
Now, here's the part I don't really particularly like. Chris, you're calling her a Karen. Now, you know why I don't think that's too nice is because there's a lot of kids, a lot of my students whose names are Karen. Now, I have one who's in grade 5, one who's in grade 6, and you know, people start making fun of them just because of their name. It's not their fault that they have the name Karen. And, you know, they used to like it. Sometimes they're named after their grandmother who they loved. And when you call everyone a Karen to imply that they're bad, what it does is it makes other people make fun of them. And that's not okay. In fact, you know, I have an older woman in my neighborhood who I just got introduced to recently. And I said, hi, what's your name? And she said, well, I'm kind of afraid to tell you. And I said, why? And she said, well, because it's Karen and everyone makes fun of it. And I felt so bad for her. You know, her whole life she loved her name, and now because of people like you who say this, make fun of people's names, don't do that. If you're going to talk about people who are cruel and they happen to be women or whatever it is, just say, you know, I'm going to do a video because your video is called Crazy Karens Who Took It Too Far. Why don't you just say crazy people? Wouldn't that be nicer? Anyway, it's just something to consider. Okay, so here is this crazy person, and look at this guy in the background. He's just trying to skateboard in this huge area. He's not running into children. He's not in the middle of a shopping center or anything. I mean, kids are outside getting exercise. What more could you want? We don't want kids playing video games all day. We don't, you know, we want them to be in shape. I mean, this is such a great activity that they're doing. I would be so upset if this woman was doing that, and those were my boys out there trying to get some exercise and just being creative and having fun.
Why does she remind me of the vegan teacher?
This is the part I find very weird. How could somebody like that remind you of me when she's actually just being cruel? Is it just because of the way we look? See, that's another thing that bothered me. One of my commentators who wasn't a student of mine, but somebody said, oh, the other day I saw somebody who looked like that vegan teacher and I yelled at her. I just said, fuck off, vegan teacher. Just some random woman in a mall who wasn't even me. I mean, I'm here in Montreal, and that person was, I don't know, in Texas or something. And they were like typing it and saying that as if they were like proud of it. Like, do you understand how crazy that is? So Chris, you got to stop talking this way. Just because somebody has gray hair and glasses doesn't mean that you should be encouraging people to call them a Karen. And if they're behaving badly, don't call them that. Because you're being prejudiced against people whose names are Karen, and you're also being prejudiced against people who just happen to look like me. That's not right. You understand? Anyway, let's keep going.
PTSD right now. Oh God. Oh, she doesn't want them skateboarding.
We got a Karen. We got wild Karen here.
Oh my God, she looks insane.
She looks insane. I kind of, well, I don't know if she looks insane, but I would certainly say that she's in the wrong here. why is she disturbing and bothering these poor innocent guys? She's out with her hands on her hip. Like, it's not like they're out there eating dead animals. It's not like they're paying for the rape, torture, and murder of innocent animals. They're just skateboarding. They're not hurting anybody. So, Chris, how could she remind you of me when we're so different? She's all about cruelty. I'm all about liberty. Liberating the animals and being kind to people who are just minding their own business and trying to be good people.
Look at her face. Oh, God.
Oh, break an ankle.
Oh, it's a 10 out of 10, Karen. I don't want to deal with this, Karen.
Don't call her a Karen. You did it again. Don't do that.
Oh, my God. Oh, my God. Dude, be careful. Dude, be careful.
You're blocking my way. We're good.
I feel...
Why is she blocking his way? She's nuts. She has nothing better to do. Why, if she cares so passionately about making the world a better place, because that's where this comes from, right? It's somebody who I assume is trying to do good for the world, but how is this doing any good for the world? She should be out there protesting factory farms. She should be having that attitude inside of McDonald's or inside of places that serve dead bodies of animals, innocent animals. She should be at breakfast places that promote eggs, that sell eggs. That's what she should be. She should be standing in a dairy industry where they're about to slit the throats of innocent baby cows, because that's what they do in these industries. So this person here should not be doing this to these innocent boys. She should be out there protesting where there's actual harm in the world. So anyways, I agree with you, Chris, that this woman's, what she's doing is not okay.
I feel like... Dude. Oh, look at her. Look at her. She's so scary.
She's not okay. She's not okay. What can I say?
The silence is scarier than a yelling Karen.
Like, what is she planning to do? The guy just wants a skateboard. She's gonna, like, attack him? What is she trying to do? I really hate people like this. I agree with you. Chris, in this case, I agree with you. There's just, it's wrong.
What's she gonna do?
Karen in the wild. I know.
But even them, see, they're calling her a Karen as well. That's not okay, guys. Don't do that. Okay? Invent a new word that doesn't have to do with innocent girls and innocent women being attacked for that. You know, I have kids writing to me all the time that say that they really feel bad. They're embarrassed about their name now. They've always liked their name in the past. And that as soon as they get introduced somewhere, like, Chris, are you the kind of person who you walk into a room and then somebody says, oh, here's our friends, and this is Betty, this is Susie, and this is Karen. Do you just, like, immediately, like, burst into laughter and just, like, make fun of that person? Or are you prejudiced against that person just because of their name? See, that's what you're encouraging here. When you act this way, don't do that. Don't.
Oh my God, they're handling it so good. She looks like she's about to, like, anime rage right now. Like, she's about to go, like... I just shook myself in the eye.
There's a cop right there if you want to tell them.
Where are they? That's really pretty.
So here's the guy. Just, you know, some people just trying to get some exercise. And he said, there's a cop right there. Why don't you tell them? I don't see a cop, but... yeah, she could, if she really feels like they're doing something wrong, I guess she could do that. But why? She should just walk away. They're not hurting anybody.
Oh my God, why
Yeah, he's even saying, I don't understand why you're bothering us. He's right. And so are you, Chris, in this case.
Here, it's a public area.
Exactly. You're totally right.
She literally looks like she's about to pull a Glock out the back of her Lululemon leggings. I'm scared for these guys. I would skateboard the out of there right now.
I know. I never thought I was like meet one in the wild. Yeah, I know.
Meet what?
He says, I never thought I would meet one in the wild. Meaning a crazy person, not a Karen. A crazy person.
One in the wild. 10 out of 10, Karen. I don't want to meet that Karen, mostly because she runs with a vegan teacher.
Mostly because I what? I rhyme with the vegan teacher, or I look like her? Like, that's not okay. Come on, Chris. All right, I want you to take that back. I want you to, from now on, don't make videos like this. This is what Sniper Wolf does as well. She uses the word Karen, the name Karen, and it's really not okay. Because it does lead to prejudice. Look, girls who grow up with the name Karen is because their parents gave it to them. Wait, what else do parents give their kids? They give them their skin color because they're just born that way. Right? Would you be mean to somebody just because they have black skin or darker skin or whatever, different color skin? Of course not. So why are you mean to people just because their name is Karen? Don't do that. Don't use the name Karen, and especially to label all people who you think are crazy with that name. Just don't do that. All right? So I'm glad we had this little talk. So let's remind everybody of a couple of things. Don't pay for the rape, torture, and murder of animals. Okay, Chris? Go and watch the important documentary so you know why I'm here. Understand that whatever is happening to animals, would you want it to happen to your dog, Kevin? Of course not. Your dog, Kevin, has a right to live, and I know that you love him and you want him to have freedom, and he even sleeps in the same bed with you, right? But think of all the other animals that are on factory farms right now, the chickens, the pigs, and the cows. They also are sentient beings. We should not be speciesist and mean to them just because they don't happen to live in your home. We got to have a heart for the animals. And when you go shopping, only put veggies, fruits, nuts, and seeds in your shopping cart, because peace begins on your plate. So please open up your heart, Chris. All right? Thanks everyone for being here. Thank you for subscribing to this channel. If you like it, press the like button. If you want to see more, I'm going to be continuing to talk to Chris to try to encourage her to be vegan. She also lives, by the way, in my country. And maybe one day I'll go on a road trip and try and find her and say hi to her. Maybe I'll try and say, hey, let's go to a coffee shop and talk about this. I'm over here in Montreal. It would probably take me about a week to drive out there, but who knows? Maybe I'll do that one day. I don't know. Maybe she and I can actually work together in the future. That would be amazing. I really hope, Chris, if you're watching this, that you will become as vegan as possible. And please talk about veganism in your videos and stop trying to make fun of me, who's just an animal defender. All right? Oh, and by the way, let me know how it goes, because I know that you talked about Crayola having a brand of marker that's not vegan. So let me know how it goes. Have you contacted the company yet? Have you asked them to start making vegan markers? I just can't wait to hear from you guys, because wouldn't it be great if they started making vegan markers, and then you were promoting them on your channel? How good would that be? Right? So let me know how it goes after you contact them. All right, thanks everybody for watching. Coming up on the screen are going to be a bunch of other videos. Click on them. Click subscribe, press the notification bell, and help me get these animals out of hell. Thank you, everybody, by the way, for being vegan again. Happy Vegan Declaration Day to you. Woo-hoo. Happy Vegan Declaration Day to you. Woo-hoo. Whether you've been vegan for a lifetime or just a minute, welcome to the club. We're so glad you're in it. Happy Vegan Declaration Day to you. Woo-hoo. Happy Vegan Declaration Day to you. Woo-hoo. Everywhere around the world, animals are lining up to thank you for your compassion and for allowing your heart to open up. Yeah! All right, so that was the video. Thank you to everybody in blue here who is helping to educate everybody. This is so wonderful. Thank you, Kira, for saying go vegan. Thank you, Vegan Claire, for being here to remind people not to go fishing or hunting. And thank you to Vegan Girl to remind everybody to be kind to animals. Thank you to James. Thank you to everybody. Let's have a look down here. What's on my computer? Now, this is what I keep here. These are all my personal notes, and I have all kinds of different things here. This is what I encourage everybody to do. Get a little notepad like this, write down all kinds of comments about the animals, and be ready to copy and paste them as you go along. And some of them, for example, is like this. Here's one. All doctors, psychologists, vets, nurses, teachers, lawyers, judges, and parents and grandparents should be vegan as a moral baseline. We must teach the younger generation to be kind and have empathy. And we also have all kinds of stuff about children. We must tell children the truth. They will inherit the earth. We must teach them how to be kind, not racist, not speciesist. Children should learn about love and proper nutrition. All right, we have all kinds of stuff here about atheists. However, these are I'm writing about the appeals to nature here. So like I said, these are all my personal notes. Here's some stuff about Bella, my vegan dog. We decided to give our dog Bella only vegan food. We did not want to pay people to murder other animals for her. There are special brands of dog food that provide all the nutrients. And so Chris, your dog should also be vegan. That would be an amazing thing to do. Now, I just want to draw your attention over here to something called PETA Kids. This is a site for that's called People for the Ethical Treatment of Animals. Look, you can check all kinds of articles that they have here. For example, let's say you have a blended family. How to help your blended family eat vegan. Here's another article. 3 ways you can help turkeys this November. You see, there's all kinds of great stuff. A holiday guide, a guide to classroom dissection, how you should not be dissecting frogs and how you can stand up against that and towards your teacher, and anti-dissection word unscramble. They have all kinds of really cool things here. So please have a look at PETA, People for the Ethical Treatment of Animals. You got all kinds of stuff. You got comics. You got more comics by clicking here. And you can get free stuff. Who doesn't want free stickers, right? Isn't this amazing? You can get free PETA Kids bookmarks. This is just great. So have a look at them. Again, they're called People for the Ethical Treatment of Animals. And if you get them, take a picture of your stickers and your things that you get and go and contact me on Instagram. My Instagram is thatveganteacher, Miss Kadie, all one word. Thank you so much, everybody, for being here. And coming up on screen are going to be a bunch of other videos. Please like and subscribe this video if you find that there's anything worth it. You can also sponsor me over on Patreon. Just go in the link below. Thanks, everybody. Don't forget to subscribe, press the notification bell, and help me get these animals out of hell. Thank you so, so much for being here. I love you guys so much for trying so hard. Bye. See you in the next video. Do, 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 do.